So I have to say that the ketogenic diet has been the most deliciously tasty diet I've ever been on, and I'm feeling better than I ever have in my entire life. There are 10 foods though, 10 keto foods that I will not eat. And today I want to share with you guys what those foods are and why I avoid them like the plague. Now, before I get started, this list is not a recommendation for everyone who's seeking to use the keto diet to become more healthy, to lose some weight, to reverse skin disease. This is my personal list, which works really good for me. And here we go. So number one, I avoid pasteurized dairy and pretty much dairy altogether, except once in a while I will have a little bit of raw butter, just a tiny bit. Reason being, for me, and I've tested this big time throughout my life, is that dairy, especially when it's pasteurized, just does not work for my digestion and my overall health. For people who are seeking to use the keto diet for health reasons, I think it's a good idea to maybe skip dairy to begin with. I know the clients that I work with do not do that great on dairy. I know I haven't done that great on dairy, and it can be really hard if you are going to do dairy and you want to eat it raw to source high quality raw dairy. So I skip dairy for the most part, and I feel much better because of it. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the taste of coffee, and I really enjoy what coffee does to me, both mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. It makes me feel good, it makes me feel high, it makes me feel energized, but my skin hates coffee and my digestion hates coffee. So therefore, the second keto food that I never eat is Bulletproof Coffee. We got two bugaboos, coffee and we got dairy. Those two together cause major issues for me, so I do not mess with them in any way, shape, or form. Number three. Now this is an extremely healthy food. It's kidney. I do not like eating kidney. I don't eat it. I don't like the way it tastes. Now liver and heart, that stuff tastes delicious, and the nutritious value is off the charts. It makes me feel high when I eat those foods. I cannot wrap my brain around the kidney though. I don't like the way it tastes. I don't like the texture. I don't get as high from it, and I just can't get it down. So I avoid kidney, but kidney is awesome, and it's important to have healthy kidneys, and don't get rid of your kidneys. So overall, I keep my nut intake very low, and I stick to almonds, walnuts, pistachios, macadamia nuts, and Brazil nuts. I don't eat more than a handful a day. If I eat more than a handful a day of nuts, I get some big issues with my digestion. So I keep my nuts low. There is one nut though that I will never, ever, ever eat, and that is peanuts. Peanuts mess me up, they flare me up, they jack me up, they screw up my digestion, they screw up my skin. And I will tell you that I do not recommend anyone eating peanuts. Here's why. They are very fungal, bacteria ridden. It's almost impossible to source healthy peanuts. And the amount of allergens and allergies people have to peanuts is off the charts. It's one of the most allergic nuts there is. I don't like them. I like the taste. And I like the taste of peanut butter, but I don't eat it because it messes me up. I try to keep this diet as ultra whole food, ultra clean, and the easiest digestible foods that I could possibly get in my body. Peanuts don't work for that. All right, number five is processed food in general. Your keto pre-packaged stuff that's got, I don't eat anything but whole foods. My diet is super, super simple. When I don't eat whole foods, I don't feel as good. And my whole reason for doing the keto diet is to have optimal nutrition and optimal health. So processed foods simply do not fit into my world. You will not see me doing any junk food keto stuff. Hey, if that's what you're into and you like to have a little bit of a cheat meal, but you stay in your keto macros and that works for you, awesome. I wish I could be like you, but cheat meals don't work for me. Again, they screw up my digestion. And I come from a background of having horrible skin disease. It's been cured for 6 years. and I never want to return to that. So I just stick to the whole foods. I skip all the processed keto junk food. All right, so when I first started keto, I was making at night, I was getting cravings for like some sweet, delicious sweetness. So I was using almond milk, some chia seeds, some hemp hearts, an avocado, some coconut manna, and maybe even some tallow, some fatty fats, and blending them into a delicious smoothie, adding some ice, and adding a bunch of stevia. And that tasted so delicious. But guess what happened? The runs, the diarrheas, the poopity poops nonstop coming out of my butt in the morning. I don't like that. I don't really enjoy having diarrhea, and the taste of stevia isn't so delicious that I will risk diarrhea to eat it. So because of the diarrhea, because of the pooping, because of how it affects my digestion, stevia is cut out for me on the keto diet. Number 8, and this one is so hard because the microwave is so fast and so easy, and I see so many delicious little cupcake and egg quiche and all these delicious recipes that you wonderful mother grabbers are putting out online, but they use the microwave, and I'm not going to use the microwave. It's just something I do not do. I don't want radiation in my food. I don't want my food being zapped by gnarly space age materials. So I skip all the microwave recipes and the microwave keto goodies. They look delicious. I just bake them instead. If I can make it in the microwave, I can obviously make it in the oven. Takes a little bit longer, but it's much safer, much healthier, in my opinion. Okay, and one keto food that's probably one of the most popular that I will never, ever, ever eat is bacon. I eat bacon. I love bacon, but here's the thing. I make sure my bacon is well sourced. I like to make sure it's antibiotic free, hormone free, pastured if possible, organic, from a good source. I'd get it without the sugar, get it without the nitrates. It's just gotta be simple, uncured bacon from a pig that lived a good life doing what pigs do. Number 9 is I don't eat eggs. I don't eat non-pastured eggs. So I won't eat those caged eggs. I won't eat those eggs from those poor little chickens that are abused. I don't like eating any factory farm foods in any way, shape, or form. I want the chickens, the eggs I'm eating, to be as close to wild as possible. Walking around a field, eating worms, eating grass, eating whatever they eat, being a natural animal and providing really healthy eggs for me to eat. So I go with pastured, organic, non-caged eggs sourced from farms that I know, and I avoid non-pastured, kind of just low quality farmed, factory farmed eggs that are pumped with hormones and are just low quality and do not do me well. So pastured eggs, organic, cage-free only for this guy. So I don't eat any factory farmed animals whatsoever. If I'm gonna eat beef, it's gonna be grass-fed. Other than that, I'm trying to eat all wild-caught animals. Wild elk, wild boar, wild-caught fish, seafood, all wild. As wild and crazy, the better. The wilder and crazier the food is, the more I like it. So I avoid factory farm foods. Reason being is, when an animal isn't butchered right, when it's killed wrong, when it's raised on the wrong foods, you're getting tainted, disgusting, poor quality food. That food will become you. If you eat unhealthy foods, your body will become unhealthy. And I think it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so that's my list of 10 keto foods that I do not mess with. A few announcements for today. We are moving forward, but we did push the date back a bit due to some technical issues. But our group coaching class is going to be rocking it. It's going to be in mid-November now, but you gotta go and sign up to get the early bird special right now. The group class is going to consist of weekly group calls, lectures, question and answers, a group forum, one-on-one time with me and Joe, the other coach. And we are just going to be killing it, teaching you guys the 3 phases of skin disease reversal. It's going to be fun. It's going to be energetic. And you're going to learn all that you need to know to get your body and your skin really, really super delicious, creamy, juicy, and healthy. Also, if you're looking to get a hold of me to become a private client, there's a link in the description for that. Remember to leave all of your questions and comments down below, and I would love to hear from you guys. Which popular keto foods do you avoid and why? We all are a little different, and I love to hear from you guys. Last but not least, don't forget to hit me up on the Instagram. And if you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe and share. On the Instagram, my name is Rob Stuart. And if you're old to this channel, remember to hit the notification bell. So much love for you guys. I'll be back with a lot more videos in the near future. Peace. Adios.